Hey, what up, guys? Tater Trader back again with another review. As you can see, I took a loss today. You probably heard already, or you don't. I took a loss already today on some Beyond Me calls. Uh, yeah. So I was in the 180 calls naked. News came out this morning. Um, I was in a meeting at the time at work. So I did not have my phone on me, period, and it wasn't on vibrate. So it wasn't on me and it wasn't on vibrate, so I had no way of knowing that the stock is moving up against me. So, that's a part of planning, and last time I took a loss was something of the same factor, so I have to correct that. It sucks, but my initial plan did not work out the way I wanted it to, because my plan was to, if it moves against me, I would buy some shares at 75 to 78. 175 to 178. That was what I planned on doing, was buying the shares here. Um, when I saw it was like 907. Yeah, right around 214 is when I came back in the office and I saw my phone flashing, let me know I got a bunch of shit. I looked and I saw 214 on it, and I was like, oh shit. So I immediately went in, queued up 300 shares, and I bought the 300 shares right here. Um, Buying those shares just basically stops my upside loss, but I could still, take a big downside loss, and that was planned in. I was fine with owning it below my strike, you know what I mean, and working it from there, or even owning it below 200 and working it from there. But as you can see, like, I was gone that whole time. I knew I was going to be able to come back at the open and be able to, if I need to do anything with my trades at the open, but this happened in pre-market. So my plan for coming back before 9:30 was fine, so I could, be able to see what was going on, whatever, whatever. So I bought the shares. I was up basically 3K on the shares, but I was down, 12K, around 12K on the options at the open. Sorry about that. Yeah, my browser sends me alerts there. So, um, my thought of when I bought the shares was, if it continue running, if it goes past 250, I'll just continue rolling my calls up every week and holding it. But if it comes back out, I will stop out at break even. So I put a stop in, and you can see that I stop out of the shares. So now we're in a dilemma, right? So in my thought, that's it there. I'll go on the 5 minute chart so we can see better. So, well, actually, it's not even showing better. It's better over here. So my thought at the open here. So I'm in the position of questions, right? I no longer have my shares, so I am open to damage if this thing spews up $5. You know what I'm saying? So it's really at a point where, once I chose to stop out of my shares, is either one or two things I'm going to do. Is either the stock is going to tank. I am not at my computer where I can, hotkey to sell these to market, and stuff like that. Like, I'm not at my computer to do that. It's crazy right now. GameStop is at 225. It got all the way to 240 after hours. Hey, all I can say is I wasn't in that one. I was in this one. So somebody else is feeling the same pain I'm feeling. So I'm at that point. I can't get all the data that I need in a trade like this to see, that, hey, at the open, the SPY was rolling over at the open. So that will help the market come down. That will obviously help this come down. Plus, I knew there was going to be profit takers, but the real question is it worth my account? So when I put these 300 shares on right here, I was in a margin call. So I sold my shares that I had of Las Vegas Sands, took a loss on that. I sold some shares that I had on some other stocks shares. So this was me closing the shares out that I had right here. That's me closing those shares out. Because I needed to get out of the margin call, because I don't want my broker. to sell my shares at the open. So I need to get out of margin call. So I got out of those positions right there, and so now I'm no longer in a margin call. But once I sold my shares um, on this, I'm left open to whatever the market does, and I don't have all the data that I need, i.e., being able to see the SPY, being able to see Apple, being able to see the stocks that I believe in the sense of their direction is wherever the market direction will go. So I just don't have all the data. So, I said it's not worth me risking my account here because this thing could run up another $20. $20, that's basically six more grand. And you could say, well, you're already down, 10, 11 grand. What is another couple grand? Yeah, but it could give me one of these candles here again. You can see the opening candle. Like we were at 160, basically 159, and we spewed up on the opening, on the initial news candle, $12. So it's the same thing here. I could have gotten a $12 candle on the way down. So, I just said, you know what? I'll stop out and I will remove the rest of my trades because, as I said last week, that I was planning on doing something was my plan was to get out of my positions. So when I open my LLC in a week, I'll be able to transfer over there and start trading out of that to reduce a lot of the stuff from being anchored to my name instead being anchored to the LLC. So, I looked at it and I said, you know what, I need to just remove the risk from these positions and just transition out because that's what I said I needed to do. So for the next week and a half, so this is me just, as you can see that I already was up $1,800 this week, so, and that's this week prior to today. You can see the rest of my week here starting Monday was the 22nd, Monday was the 25th, right? 25th starts right here. So you can see like I had a bunch of money that I made, for the week already. So I had a bunch of money already coming into this week, and I had these other trades here that I could close out, all this stuff that I was up on that I could close out. So I could have ended this week up 3 grand, but instead this week I'm gonna be down around probably 8, 9 grand. I don't know. I gotta do the math on Friday when Friday closed. So for me right now, I took my other trades off and I'm just going for a reset right now. So I just need to reset my account in into my IRA. Wow. Looking at this right now, AMC is at $6. This is just madness. This is a covered call for me, so I'm not down anything on this. This is just a covered call that I have on AMC. Um, so I just need to reset my account and basically be able to come back in, new focus, and get back to what I was doing because basically this kind of throws my confidence down, and if I don't have my confidence down, I'll do dumb shit because I was thinking of something stupid to do, and I'm actually, a good part of me is, this thing happened because I was about to sell. I was trying to make my money back today. Like I was willing to trade GameStop, but I literally left my phone and went to another meeting because I was like, I don't need to have my phone right now because I will do something dumb trying to get my money back. So all in all, the account is at 59K. Um, I still have, this is a covered call, so this will be gone on Friday. I'm not going to roll it because, as I said, I need to get my money out of this account. So my goal is within the next 2 weeks is to be able to get out of these four trades here. Um, for at the end of the week, if I can get out for less than a $500 loss, I probably just take it. So I probably just eat it and just close this account out and move my account over there. That's what I plan on doing. But to keep everything transparent, so you guys can see what I'm doing and see what I'm failing at and all that. Um, yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen there. Just to show you guys what's popping off right here. Yeah, this thing is still at 240 and pushing. So whoever tried to short this or anything after hours, this is a war zone. I saw some massive people on this ask try to short this thing at 220, and yeah, they're down 20 points. Like I'm talking about people with 100,000 shares and shit, and yeah, they're down 20,000 points. They're down 20 points right now. So yeah, I'm just watching this one from the sidelines. I planned on trading it, but when it opened, when it did what it did in pre-market Monday, I was like, okay, I'll watch this thing, and one of the things too is, I'm not the only one who basically, you look at this right here on Beyond, and this thing is shorted the hell down right now. It ran up when it was before there was like 300,000 shares to short, and right now there's only 30K. So a bunch of people are shorting Beyond right now, and it's coming back down. And it could have came back down, but I'm not gonna. It's not a risk that I think I should take. So I'm not gonna take that risk, because it's an unlimited risk. Let's say, I was in this and this shoot up $50 after hours. Like I can't even buy the shares at that point. So I'm just sitting there praying that it doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't come down. While right now, if it falls on me, if I'm selling puts, I can cover out. So, it's one of them. Like I chose to sell the call, so I man up, take the burn, and keep on moving forward. And the next step forward is just to close this account out. So I probably won't post any recap this weekend and the other week until I get my account into my LLC. So that's what's going on. Just letting you guys know. And yeah, thanks for watching my recap, my pain recap. And trust me, this is very painful. But I said I gotta remember these moments because in the future I see better things ahead. So I gotta remember this feeling so I make sure it doesn't happen anymore because this sucks. Like looking at a stock up 50% and you're short, it sucks. So like those guys at Citron and whoever shorted GameStop, I can't. I'm feeling the pain they're feeling. Obviously, their pain is way more than mine, but my pain sucks right now. I could imagine their pain. So all right. I'll put it out there. You guys can comment below. Just keep it respectful. And obviously, yeah, I knew the risk of selling naked calls, and I had a plan. My plan didn't work, so I take the loss. That's literally what I said. If my first plan didn't work, I tried a second plan, which was if it continued running, then I could roll up weeks after weeks. That didn't work. I'm not gonna try a third plan. Maybe third time's a charm, but I was like, I'm already out. It's more than two strikes. I'm out. All right. Thanks for watching my video, guys.